Hi everyone, here we are going to talk about your incident management. Now, in our previous sessions, we have discussed about the different types of threats, where we were talking about the MITM, we were discussing about the common threats over there, like the ARP spoofing, the ransomware, the logic bombs, and many more. Apart from that, we have discussed about the threat intelligence. We were discussing about the TTPs, the cyber kill chain, the MITRE attack framework, and the threat intelligence lifecycle. Now, after this, here we are having our next topic as the incident management, where we will be trying to detect, we will be trying to analyze, and we will be trying to react against those different types of incident. Now, before talking about your incident management, we should be having a clear idea what is actually an incident and an event. So when we are talking about the event means to say any activity that we are doing in our system that is like an event. Like let's say I'm trying to log in my laptop. That is what? That is an event over there. Right? But when we are talking about the incident, now any event or actions that goes wrong, that is we call as your incident. Now let's say I was trying to log in my system. But later on, what is happening is we are finding that I'm not able to find the information about my credential, right? I'm forgetting like whatever the recent credential which I have given in my laptop. Now, due to that, I will be putting the multiple times the different types of credential. So with the help of that, I will be able to gain the access of my system. Now, let's say due to your multiple times of login, what is happening is an alert is getting generated, right? An alert is getting generated that will be saying that, boss, we are finding some sort of suspicious activity where we have found that someone is trying to access this particular system, and for that, that person he has given the 10 wrong credential. So after that, we will be analyzing, right, and we will be able to find the information about it that actually I was not that person who was trying to log in into my system. Instead of that, that was an attacker, and he was trying to perform the brute force attack, right? The attacker was trying to perform the brute force attack, and inside of it, he was putting the multiple times of different types of a credential so that he will be able to gain the access of the system. So it means that when we are talking about an event, any action which we are performing in our system, that will be known as your event. Like I'm opening my command prompt, it is an event. I'm opening this PowerPoint presentation, this paint over there, that is an event. But once we will be finding some sort of suspicious activity, an alert will be getting generated. And after analyzing that particular alert, we will be able to find the information about the incident that it is really a suspicious activity. Because when we were talking about the event, it can be positive, it can be negative, right? On the basis of that, alert will be getting generated, which will be saying that some sort of suspicious activity is happening. Now, after analyzing that suspicious activity, we will be finding that it is really an incident, right? Like some sort of a attack has happened. So for that, in your organization, we are having your incident management. That is like a structured process we are having. With the help of that, quickly we will be able to respond and we will be able to resolve all those incidents that are happening. So with the help of that, we will be having like a main goal in your organization to restore our organization services as soon as possible, right? So quickly we have to detect, we have to analyze, and once we have analyzed that particular activity, we need to respond against of it. With the help of that, we will be able to make sure that in your organization, our systems they are working as normal. They are ready to use. They're not having any type of issues. Now, for handling those type of incident in your organization, here we are having the incident handling and the response team in the organization, right? we will be having the incident handling and the response team in the organization over there. And they will be following some systematic process, a step-by-step process, or we can say they will be following a life cycle. And using that in a structured manner, they will be able to take care of the incident. Now, let me first note down the steps we are having. And the very first, we are having your preparation. Then, after your preparation, we are having your detection. Then, after your detection, we got the next step as your triage. Then, fourth one, we got as the notification. Then, afterwards, we got your isolation, or we can also call it as the containment. Then, afterwards, we are having as the forensic investigation. Investigation. Then, next, we got as your eradication, or we can say remediation. Then afterwards, we are having as the recovery. In the very last, we got the ninth step as the post-incident activity. So talking about the very first step, that is we got as the preparation. Now in this preparation phase, what will be happening is we have to first find the information that whether our organization they are ready to take care of the incident or not. So on the basis of that, the very first thing which we have to check that whether in your organization we are having the skilled peoples, right? Whether or not we are having the skilled people who will be able to take care of those incidents for us, right? So if we are already having the incident response team in your organization, then it's good. Otherwise, let's say if we are not having the incident response team in your organization, then we will be going ahead and we will be connecting with your higher ups, right? We will be convincing them that, boss, we need the incident response team in your organization. With the help of that, all the uncertain activities that are happening, we will be able to take care of them. And for that, our higher ups, they will be allotting us a budget. And with the help of that budget, we will be able to get the incident response team and the organization. Now, once we got the incident response team, right? We got the skilled peoples in your organization who will be working as the incident responder over there. Then we have to enable their training, we have to purchase their tools and the labs for them. By doing it, we will be able to make sure that our incident responders they are ready to stand against all the those uncertain activities, right? Along with that, here we have to also make sure that when we are talking about the training, right? Like with the help of that, our all the incident responders they will be having the information about their roles and the responsibilities. Otherwise, let's say if like a malware incident will be occurring, right? Let's say in your organization, a malware incident will be occurring like a ransomware. So at that time, if your incident responders, they're not having any idea how to take care of it, what are their roles, what are their responsibilities, what are the certain steps they have to follow, then it will be becoming bit difficult for them to take care of that incident, right? That is why using these trainings, like we are having the tabletop exercises, we are having the simulation based, using those trainings, they will be able to understand their roles and the responsibilities during the time of your incident. Then after this, we are having the next phase. Once we are able to make sure our organization they are prepared enough to take care of the incident, we are having all the security controls, solutions, tools, peoples are all in the picture. With the help of that, we will be able to make sure our organization is safe and sound. But now, after that, let's say a malware has occurred, right? A malware incident has occurred, and because of it, some of our system are getting compromised, right? So here in your detection phase, we will be having like the SIM solution, the security information, and the event management solutions. Like we got your Splunk, we are having your QRadar, and many more. Now, using those solutions, what will be happening is we will be quickly able to detect. we will be able to find the information about that malicious activity, that particular malware from your system. Right. Now, on the basis of that, once our SIM solution, right, they will be providing us the information about this ransomware, then afterwards, an alert will be getting generated, and then a ticket will get assigned to your incident responders that, buddy, this type of incident has occurred, so please go ahead and take care of it. Now, once our incident responders, they will be finding the information about this alert, they will be receiving they will be receiving a ticket for that particular malware. Inside of it, what they will be doing is they're going to perform the three main steps that are coming inside of your triage. Here, they will be performing the analysis inside of it, right? So the very first thing they are going to perform, that is we are having as the verification. So, in this verification phase, what they have to do is they have to verify that whatever the incident that has occurred, is it worth responding or not? See, in the organization, it is not like that we will be responding against each and every incident, right, as a priority. So that is why first we have to perform the verification where we will be able to verify what are the impacts of that particular incident in your organization, like your reputational impact, the operational impact, financial impact, the legal impact, and many more. Once we are able to verify that, yeah, it is really an incident, as well as these are the impacts which our organization they have to face because of it, then they will be moving into your categorization, right? So now they will be trying to categorize that particular incident to understand what is the severity we are having, right? What is the severity of that particular incident and what type of incident has occurred? Like with the help of that, quickly they will be able to understand, okay, it is like a ransomware attack that is going on. Now, with the help of these impacts, by understanding the category of that particular incident, we will be able to perform the prioritization, where we will be able to prioritize which incident we have to handle first and which incident we have to handle next, right? So according to this prioritization, we will be simply following the severity which we have found previously, like whether it is high, medium, low, or we are having as your critical, right? So according to these priorities, we will be able to understand that we have to handle it first or we can handle it bit later. Right. Now, according to these prioritization, what will be happening is generally if we are receiving an incident that is having the severity level as a low. So for handling it, we can get around normally a week to take care of it. For the medium, we can get 2 to 4 days to handle that particular incident. For the high, we will be getting like a 24 to 48 hours. For the critical, we have to handle it as soon as possible. Then after that, we are having as the notification in which we will be going ahead and we are going to notify our higher ups as well as we will be also informing to the other teams that are present in your organization. That boss, this type of incident it is going on in your organization. So please do not try to perform these type of activity because of that a malware can get inside of the system, right? With the help of that, once the other team members, they will be able to know about that particular malware, right? So they will be halting the activity by doing that malware got installed inside of their system, right? Then after this, we are having your isolation, right? As the name suggests, we are going to contain that particular system. See, like at the time of your COVID, what we were doing was we were performing the isolation to make sure that particular malware won't be able to spread to the other people's, right? So the same thing we have to also perform over here. Like, let's say here we are having like the 10 systems in the organization. Now, out of those 10 systems, the two PC are infected from the malware. right? So now from here, we do not want that particular malware to get spread inside of the other 8 system. That is why we have to isolate that system. We have to disconnect that particular system from the network to make sure that the other system that are present in your organization, they are remaining safe and sound, right? For that, what we will be doing is we will be performing this isolation. Now, once we perform the isolation, we are able to make sure we are able to reduce the impact of the attack by stopping the attacker's activity. Then, after that, we are having as the forensic investigation, in which we will be performing the root cause analysis to understand how that particular malware got inside of our system, right? And along with that, we will be trying to collect the evidence related to that particular incident. And when we will be trying to collect the evidence, expert witness, right? An expert witness will be also present over there. So with the help of that, what will be happening is we will be able to make sure, right? We will be able to make sure that particular person, your expert witness, he will be having the information about that particular incident, and he can take that particular report of your incident in front of your higher ups as well as in front of your jurisdiction to explain, like, this is what happened at that particular incident, and these are the issues which we have found, and this is the attacker who has performed that attack. See, not always we will be able to discover the information, right? Not always we will be able to discover the information about the attacker. But still, what we have to do is we need to make a report. We need to find the information about it. So with the help of that, at least during the time of your audit, right? During the time of your auditing time, we will be able to showcase that, okay, this was the incident that happened in the organization, and this is how we have taken care of it. Then afterwards, once we have collected all the evidence regarding that particular incident, that particular attack, then we will be moving in the eradication phase, in which we will be simply trying to remove, right? We will be trying to remove all the traces of that malware from our system to make sure that over here our system it is ready to use, right? And then once we have removed all the traces of the malware from a system, then we will be moving into the recovery phase. Now let's say over here, due to that particular malware, that ransomware, a lot of our file they got corrupted, infected, and we were not able to use it. Then what we will be doing is we will be going ahead and we will be trying to recover the data from your database, right? As well as we will be trying to recover them from your backup. Using that, we will be again able to make sure that, yeah, in our system, we are having all the data that got lost during the time of that particular attack, but we have recovered all the information from your backup, right? Since we were making the backups of your data, right? And now, inside of that particular system, we are not having any issue. We can use it in the real world scenario as normally as we were previously using it. Then afterwards, we are having is the post-incident activity. Now, inside of your post-incident activities, we will be simply trying to take the feedbacks from our team who got involved during the time of your incident. Like, we will be asking them what type of activities they have performed, what type of actions we can do, so the next time in the future, we do not have to face this type of incident again. So, on the basis of that, we will be hearing all their opinions, right? And on the basis of that, we will be creating the policies to make sure in the future we do not have to face the incident again. Now, those policies they will be getting installed in your organization again during the time of your preparation phase to make sure that yeah, our organization they have learned from the previous incident that got happened, and in the future, if the similar type of incident will be happening, so we will be able to take care of it. So this is how we will be taking care of the incident in the organization. Now, in our next session, we will be discussing about the risk management we are having. So thank you everyone.